Yahweh, Rakatah Yahweh Shah, Rakatah Yahweh, Rakatah Yahweh Shah, Call Halal Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah Bashem Roha Kadash. Double honors to our elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect scattered across the four winds. Double honors to the men that taught our elders. So here in the last time, you know, at the end of days, we can have the 100% truth of the Holy Scriptures. This is your brother, Yakar Aben from Great Millstone, Houston, with another lesson. And I just want to land back off of the Zaquan Tazapa from the Great Millstone, Houston camp. He had pulled up a video, that was from back in the 80s. So, but here's a remake of it, where Esau is telling you, or what appears to be Esau is saying, what he has in store. Let's get this first though. This is Revelation chapter 13 and verse 16, and it says, "And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads." Okay, and we go over this constantly here at Great Millstone about this mark being a charagma G5480, a stamp or imprinted mark. So this is a physical thing. It's not a spiritual thing. It's not, it's not seeing. It's a physical thing. But so we're just gonna get into it because these things are, and also, this he, people would like to have you believe that this he is the Antichrist, but as we know by reading the scriptures, this is First John chapter 2 and verse 18. It says, "Little children, it is the last time. As yet ye have heard that Antichrist shall come. Even now are there many antichrists, whereby we know that it is the last time." So this is plural. It's not a singular, And so when we get that in Revelation 13, this he is Esau Edom. It's not a individual. It's not an individual. It's a whole group of people. Although they're not letting all the all of their brethren in on it. It's the elites of Esau Edom that is this he, but that doesn't discount his underling brothers, and that no man might buy or sell, say he that have the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Okay, so that being said,
his plan for replacing cash, checks, and credit cards with new personalized 666 barcode system were implemented, peace and order began to be reestablished. Now, in tonight's program, our great world leader unveils stage 2 of his plan for the perfect world, the amazing new 666 biochip implant.
Watch out for 666. Watch out for 666. In a vision of the future, I saw in a vivid dream.
And this right here is straight out of the scriptures. It says, "In a vision of the future, I saw in a vivid dream." So let's get that. This is Acts chapter 2 and verse 17. And it says, "And it shall come to pass in the last days, saith the Lord, saith God, I will pour out my spirit upon all flesh, and your sons and your daughters shall prophesy, and your young men shall see visions, and your old men shall dream dreams. And on my servants and on my handmaids I will pour out in those days my spirit, and they shall prophesy." So, this video, he said that he saw in a dream. He saw in a dream what was gonna a vision of the future. So said men will become machines. Okay, so what have they said about the fourth industrial revolution? And Klaus Schwab, it says the fourth industrial revolution describes the next industrial era in which the characteristics of man and machine begin to merge, whereby human capabilities are enhanced by genetic engineering and wearable and implantable technology, and machines acquire human characteristics, particularly cognitive capabilities. So it's talking about AI, and it's talking about, cyborgs, no less. I mean, putting microchips inside of your body. This is what the fourth industrial revolution is all about. So you leaders in Israel that can't see this, these technologies are here and have been here for going on a decade. I mean, going on a decade. This technology has been here, but let's keep going. Oh, you see it? You see the syringe that he's using? But I mean, that's not the implant, but hey, that's that goes back to Karax, where are we? In that Mark Karagma Karax, a pale or a stake, a palisade. Let's get it. Hold on. Here.
A doctor inserts the microchip between your thumb and index finger using a device similar to a syringe. Now, these chips can actually be really helpful tools, and they utilize the same technology used in phone payments. With this tiny device, your body essentially becomes a contactless key. It can open doors using sensors and can even start a car. They last anywhere from 10 to 20 years and can be removed with a small incision in the skin. A doctor inserts the
Okay, so hey, that's it. That's it. But they're showing it here in this video. They're making mockery of it, but these are the things that are going to happen. These are the things that are on their way.
Implanted in man's forehead and underneath the skin, linking all the terrors to the system's central brain. The master computer that over them will reign. Watch out for 666 and their computer chips.
Okay, yeah.
Don't sell your soul.
Said don't sell your soul. But I mean, these things are in the mainstream media now. Like oh, here we go. Where is it? Here we go. There's a CBDC. This is off a site. This was February 26, 2024. I mean, all of these is controlled opposition, but we're just gonna read this real quick insert. It says a CBDC is government-controlled programmable money that is not designed to emulate cash. Could give to the federal government not only significant transaction level data, but also the ability to program the CBDC, which is central bank digital currency, to choke off politically unpopular activity. Like I guess what happened in Canada when the truckers had the strike. You know, they seized their bank accounts. I mean, so you know how much more once once they fully implement this digital system. And it says the bill was led by Senator Ted Cruz of Texas. Senator Bud said in a statement, as Americans face the prospect of an increasingly weaponized government, ensuring financial privacy is pivotal. A CBDC would open the door for the federal government to surveil, and I looked that word up. Where is it? Surveil. It says keep a person or place under surveillance, closely monitor or observe. So it says a CBDC would open the door for federal government to surveil and control the spending habits of all Americans. Any push to establish a CBDC must be confronted and stopped, and that's why I'm proud to join. Yeah, I mean, this is all bull. It's going to happen because, as we read in Revelation 13, that he calls a fall. So there's no way of getting around it. You know, they can act like they want to. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. But I just did a quick search on microchip implant payment, and I mean, is so many videos from 7 years ago, from 4 years ago, 7 years ago, like the one we just watched. The microchip implant is like, you know, these things like Elon Musk's brain chip in a human. I mean, Sweden microchip under the skin, you know, develops microchip that lets people pay with your hand. Okay, so what other system allows you to buy goods? You know, what other system allows you to buy goods? You know, exclusively considering that. Excuse, how am I putting it? I guess I'm putting it wrong. It says, okay, he calls of all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark. Okay, so what other system do we see that's you know, in the world today where, you know, it's pushing towards a digital dollar? And how are you going to have access to this digital dollar? I mean, what do you think is going to happen? You know, this digital dollar, you're going to have a credit card with a chip on it, and then, you know, when you lose your credit card, who are you going to call? You're going to call the government, and they're going to send you a new one. You know, we got a whole bunch of people that are forgetful, that lose their keys, that lose their cards. So what are they going to do? They don't want to deal with that anymore. They want to implant it into you. They want to give you that digital all. I mean, here, I mean, it's already here. You know, I don't know if you know, people have seen what's going on in Kenya, but we're gonna watch this quick video.
It gets worse. The Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation is continuing its global push to support its so-called government-backed digital ID programs, and this time setting
digital ID programs. Okay, so how are they gonna? What is this digital ID program? What is it about?
Site on Kenya, where it will advise the government on that country's Maisha Namba digital ID initiative that is currently under development. So, according to a Kenyan news agency, Gates' role is assisting the Kenyan government in its development, and the rollout of Maisha Namba was announced after a recent series of the closed-door meetings with Kenyan President William Ruto. According to Biometric Update, Masha number is supposedly expected to address different challenges, such as identifying and authenticating citizens, safeguarding primary registration documents such as birth certificates and national identity cards, and improving the management of the social programs and government operations. The project has been met with skepticism in some parts of the country. Rights groups have also been expressing concern over the possibility of discrimination and the erosion of privacy. But listen, I just told you in a very nice way. Now, let me just put it blatantly to you. The program targets the birth of new babies. So once you have your baby, before your baby leaves the hospital, you no longer get a paper birth certificate, but then you get a digital one that is somehow implanted somewhere on somebody's body.
Okay, so you get a digital ID that is implanted. Where would you think? In your hand or in your forehead? In your hand or in your forehead? You're gonna get a digital ID, and then they're gonna. I mean, it's all a bunch of wordplay, but that's what it is. I mean, it is what it is.
Think about that, but have a listen to this.
The digital ID, which has been a big problem to us for a very long time, is now on a testing mode for the next 2 months. I have been assured by all the stakeholders, led by the ministries concerned, that by December, we will be able to launch digital ID, where every Kenyan don't have to carry any paper, plastic or otherwise, as an ID, that they should be able to be identified digitally using their iris or their fingerprints, and we can transact.
Wait a minute. It said using their iris or their fingerprints, but they said the children are going to have an implanted ID. So, I mean, what is this? Is it just smooth words? Because we know what it's going to. He calls of all.
Without the necessity of people struggling to identify who they are. And the proudest part of it is that we don't have to spend the billions that we have spent on all the other manenos, as all of you know.
We're taking things that are, genetically modified organisms, and we're injecting them in little kids' arms. We just shoot them right into the vein.
I mean, he says it. Genetically modified organisms, and they shoot them right into the little kid's arms. So, hey, that's that fourth industrial revolution. They're shooting things into little kids' arms, but they want to give them a digital ID. So, if you can't see it, you can't see it. But hey, I mean, it's evident. I mean, it's evident. That being said, I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Roha Kadash. Double honors to our elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. And, that being said, watch out for 666. Shalom.